Hey everyone, this is Coach Jason. Wanted to wish everyone a happy holidays and just wanted to do a podcast to kind of end the year off as we approach 2020 and talk about, entrepreneurship and goals and, keys to success and things like that. So I got a list with me, so bear with me. And I'm just going to go through them as I see it and maybe throw a little, 2 cents in here and there as I go. So some of the tips I have um, as a person who's kind of been an entrepreneur, for a long time now between the music business and boxing and photography. Um, they all kind of given me skills over the years, ups and downs of learning how to run a business and what it takes to kind of keep things going, keep things afloat. And here's some of the things that I kind of thought of that I wanted to pass on to people because we all, it's about helping each other, right? I've learned from a lot of people. I learned from watching other people do what they do, and it's all about passing the knowledge on so others can do the same, and maybe have a different perspective on stuff. So I say one of my tips is have a long-term plan. When you're running a business, you can't think short-term. You have to think long term, think in terms of, 2 to 5 years in the beginning, and you really just try to see where you can maximize your longevity, because longevity is the only way you win in anything in life. Doing things short term, you can only, time is not on your side, and time is is the currency you need in order to succeed. If you don't put time into something and don't let time kind of help you see through the end, or through a process, you're not gonna be able to see success. It's very hard to have something happen short term. It has to be long term. Our next tip is invest and not spend. Right? Don't don't think about spending aimlessly. Think about anything that you spend in regards to your business and yourself as an investment. What can that seed grow? If you just spend it without any real intent, you're kind of wasting money. Don't just buy things for the sake of it. Buy things for growth. And not everything makes money, right? Some things is about, brand building. Some things are about education. So you don't see that return on investment right away. Happening. It takes time for that, and that's where thinking long term comes into play, because investments don't see fruits in short terms. So you have to invest and not spend. Another tip is keep track of everything, right? Anything that you do, keep track of it, document it. Going back to what you spend, if you make investments in yourself, keep track of the investments that you make in yourself, so you know whether you are making good investments. If you don't know what you're spending, and over the years, if you had certifications, or you've had classes you've taken, or schooling, or anything else that was supposed to be for your business, you don't even remember doing it, you're not going to really know if it was beneficial. So you got to really document everything. You have to record your money going in and your money going out, so okay, at the end of the period, am I profitable, or am I not profitable? What adjustments can I make? So you definitely have to keep track of everything, even cash, right? A lot of businesses don't want to record cash, but I think it's a mistake, because you need to know that you've made money, right? And what form did that come in? Does that form need to be more of a primary way you do business? Something to think about. Another tip is control your destiny. Don't let things just happen, right? You have to control what is happening in your business at all times. Know that when something is going wrong, that you have a plan to fix it. When things are going right, how do you maximize and make more things go right? It's not easy to run a business. There's so many things that can go wrong that people don't realize. There's so much effort and time that has to be put in, you know, outside of the business hours in order for those things to materialize, for you to have a business, for people to see the business hours at work. So you definitely need to control your destiny. Know what it is that you want to get out of it. But at the same time, don't be afraid to do things, and try things either, right? But control it. Have a mindset that, sometimes you might try something that doesn't work, but don't let that be the primary way you operate, right? And let that be a small piece of the puzzle. Next thing on my list is be flexible and adjust. When you're doing business, you have to adjust. Businesses change in this day and age so often. Cycles of how people spend, trends in the industry that you might be in. Could be downturns in the industry. Like back in the subprime, mortgage industry changed quite a bit since 2008. You have to be flexible, you have to adjust, and you also have to have different ways of thinking at all times. You have to have, different business models within your business in order to make sure that you can still survive when when one side of that business isn't doing well. So definitely have to be flexible, pay attention to what's going on in the industry, and adjust to those changes. And my last tip is enjoy the journey. Don't let, your anxiety or, being anxious and greed control how you operate your business. You have to enjoy the come up in your business. In the beginning, you're not going to make money. You might even be losing money. But if you're confident in what you're doing and you have a plan and you know what it is that you want to get out of it in the long run, you'll be fine, I think. You just have to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. If you go in something with a certain attitude, that resonates with your people that you do business with, right? With your clients, with your business partners, with your vendors that you might deal with and things like that. People want to be around good energy, and if you're not enjoying the journey, it might be time to think about whether that journey is for you. You have to enjoy the process. So that's my tips, everybody. So again, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. 2020 is approaching. Team Hazardous is approaching our 5 years being in business. I look forward to the next 5 years. This has been amazing. I want to thank so many people, my family for supporting me, my wife being there through all of the fights and ups and downs of business, and she patching me up after things, and supporting me, and my family for being there for me, my trainers, my boxing coach Jimmy, my Soke Ray, for letting us Team Hazardous have a home. Any training partners that I've trained with over the years, my Team Hazardous family, Coach Zilla, everybody who's involved. There's so many people to thank, but we're gonna keep it going. It's about helping the community, and what I'm really most proud of is the kids program has definitely blossomed. It's definitely been a big, part of the program that I'm glad to have grown, because the kids are the future. A lot of the things that you don't expect being a trainer, of kids, it really affects them, and it gives them a place to feel like someone cares, and they have great parents, and we're all a village helping each other. So I'm definitely appreciative of it, and I'll see you in 2020. Peace.